Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube numerology segment. I'm going to be talking about destiny number 5 in numerology. Now, the destiny number in numerology can be connected, as the name suggests, the destiny, or could show about the manner, method, or style one may attain one's destiny or life purpose. Now, the life path number in numerology is really, it can be similar, but the life path number in numerology seems to be more connected with our attributes, and it could be areas in life we may be proficient in. It could indicate some kind of career vocation. Now, the destiny number can do so as well, but it seems to be more connected with how we go about the life path number energy. Now, in contrast to natal chart, now as far as compared to astrological chart, I don't see the destiny number as superseding or surpassing it in terms of its significance or importance. But because when you're talking about astrology chart, it's a lot of proponents that make the whole. Now, as far as the destiny number in numerology, that's just one component of a numerology chart, so it still can have certain significance on its impact on us. But anyway, destiny number 5 in numerology seems to have a correspondence or correlation with the zodiac sign Leo in astrology. Keep in mind that the zodiac sign Leo is the 5th sign of the zodiac. It also corresponds with the 5th house in astrology. But for whatever reason, the destiny number 5 seems to have some connection with Aquarius energy as well, because this could be somebody that could be like an innovator and very freedom loving and wanting independence. The thing is, as far as destiny number 5 goes in numerology, well, this could be somebody that has very strong creative prowess and endeavors, and this could be a person that could be very gregarious, very magnetic, charismatic, very extroverted, and it could be too when you have this energy, this person could attain perhaps their success by being very sociable, by being very gregarious, by putting themselves out there. It could be the innovator that goes out there and really is really about talking about what their ideas are and connecting themselves with the right people due to a very strong outgoing nature. And it could be, this could be a person that could be going door to door, selling things, and being able to boast about the positive attributes of the product. And there's something about a sunny disposition can go a long way in doing so as well. Again, I do believe this could have a strong correspondence and correlation with the zodiac sign Leo in astrology. Now, it's important to me when you look at this, the destiny number 5, again, it seems to have a little connection with the zodiac sign Aquarius, because it appears to have a little bit of that innovator, that freedom and independence loving streak in this. Now, even if this person was working in some subordinate or subservient position, it could be somebody that may want to still have some certain control or not, or have some certain freedom in whatever he or she is doing, whether it's working by his or herself for protracted periods or not, or someone that's not in a situation where they have a manager hovering over him or her. I have in my natal chart, I have Uranus almost exactly conjunct my 6th house cusp, and I'm certainly a person that likes to have that freedom and that independence wherever it is I'm going. Somebody even said to me one time as I working at a Kmart one time, he said something like, "Eddie, you got to understand, you're under their direction, not your own." He was a sun in Aries, so imagine that. So he was going very outspoken with what he said, not mean malicious, but anyway, but just being very direct. Now, the thing about this too, though, is it's also important to look at your astrology chart, because this could modify this energy to some degree. There may be some contraindicators, like for example, like in destiny number 5, again, it could indicate somebody that has very gregarious, very extroverted and outgoing nature. But let's say you have in your astrological chart, you have a more introverted, introspective chart. Let's say that you have a preponderance of planets below the horizon, and or majority of your major astrological influences in feminine signs. this could be a person that might be a little bit, at least a little bit more introverted and introspective than the typical destiny number 5 person. It still could be somebody either way, where they might meet their life path, their destiny through the outgoing nature that they can bring out. But if somebody has a more introverted astrology chart, that outgoing nature might not really be coming out as nearly as much, as opposed to if they had a more gregarious astrology chart and destiny number 5. So anyway, the thing about this too, this could also be somebody that might abstain or be averse to like very strong, serious connections, as far as, say, having a strong significant other for a protracted or sustained period. Remember, because this does seem to have a correspondence and correlation with the 5th house in astrology, and the 5th house in astrology, though associated with love and romance, it could also be about our superficial, casual feelings, and this person might feel more safer by not really getting involved in a very a serious, deep connection, and rather just kind of have manifold love interests, as opposed to having one real strong one. And again, look at your chart for some contraindicators, astrology chart for contraindicators in this. If you have a strong 7th house Libra influence, or you have some very strong Taurus energy, or Venus is dominant in your chart, you might actually be somebody that can have more stability in terms of your connections. Even strong Scorpio energy can be about wanting very deep, non-superficial connections. So it's important to look at your astrology chart as well, as far as looking at this and how it might affect your destiny number 5 in numerology. And anyway, this could also be somebody that might want a certain variety at their job, because they certainly don't want things that are overly regimented, as that could become, they don't want things necessarily regimented as far as a regimented routine, but they also often want something that is about job variety, such as working as like for a television producer, as an example, or even it could be something on a more mundane level, such as working as it could be a porter, like a floater in a store. When I say floater, I call it a transitional worker. It could be somebody that likes to, say, somebody in retail doing a little bit of everything, getting shopping carts, could be bagging items, mixing paint for a customer. Well, I did that at Kmart anyway. But it could be doing cleanup, working in the warehouse, going over to a certain section to fill in for somebody, such as electronics or the hardware department. I mean, this could be somebody, again, that might disdain some kind of monotony, because this could be somebody that would like to certainly would want like job variety in their position. And again, it might be somebody that does certainly averse to something overly regimented, and it could be a situation where the person might strive for their own schedule to some degree, and maybe an entrepreneur, innovator, or some position where they can dictate where they're going. I had a friend of mine one time, son in Aquarius, and she told me, I mean, she was working as either like a cook or a dishwasher, but apparently she was actually telling me that she was making her own schedule. So it has a little bit of that Aquarian feel, I think, to it, because of the independence involved, or the ability to be able to have some freedom to do certain things you want, even if you're in a subordinate type role. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube numerology segment for my take on destiny number 5 in numerology. And until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.